Hey everyone, this is LIGHTSTAR, and we're going to talk about the gateway, the portal, Lionsgate. Yes, that is right here and right now at this time. So I want to give you guys some guidance, some assistance, what I feel is coming up, and how we can move through this gateway, through this time period with grace and ease. So stay tuned, grab your tea, your coffee, whatever you like, and let's get started. Hello and welcome everyone. This is LIGHTSTAR, and I'm back for another episode here where we're going to be talking about Lionsgate. So Lionsgate is something that happens every year around this time of July 27th-ish to about August 8th when it's hitting at its peak. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit today from a different perspective because this is a very significant time of year that I feel, and I wanted to share what I feel is coming up in this time frame. As if we don't have enough going on, right? But it's all good. I just wanted to share a few things to let you guys know what I feel we're processing or what's going to be coming up around this time of the year, okay? So, first of all, I want to, again, welcome all of you for being here and for just hanging in there at this crazy time that we have on the planet right now. As we all know, there's a lot of things happening. And so we want to go through some of this, but I'm going to first just bring forth some of the information that came forth from my own intuition, as well as I'm going to add my trusty Magical Dimensions Oracle deck as my guide in this process as well to help us and see what is coming forth. And so for those of you who are new here, I would like to welcome you here. And if you would like to join this tribe here on YouTube, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. I call it joining the tribe. YouTube calls it subscribe. And also hit the notification bell so that you don't miss a thing. And for those of you who have been watching me for a while, hello, and I really appreciate all of your support. I love you guys, and I'm excited that you're back here again. And for those of you guys who would like to join my Patreon account, and you can go ahead and hop onto my Patreon page, which is also linked below. And I so appreciate any donations that you guys want to throw my way here for bringing this content out, and I continue to do so for you. And if it has helped you or served you, or if you enjoyed it, my content, I would really appreciate bringing out a donation. I'm going to do some more things on the channel, on the Patreon page soon, but at the moment it's just donation, and I really, really appreciate any support that you guys have at this time. And also, I want to share, I'm also on a couple of other platforms such as Brighteon or also BitChute. If you guys want to watch me over there, I have expanded into a couple different platforms where I'm putting them up as backup channels. And so if you guys would rather go look at those channels, please feel free. They're also linked below. And in speaking of that, any of you guys who need replatforming assistance, where you've either had been shadow banning or whatever, YouTube's taken you off. I don't know what's going on with that, but it is happening and it has been happening. So if you need any replatforming assistance, I would highly recommend someone that I'm also going to place in the link below in the description area, to where you can go check out his content on his website, because he helps with this type of thing. So replatforming assistance to moving to another social media, where if you have a lot of videos, he helped me. His name is Raymer, and he's with Anomalist Design. Highly recommend him. So go check out his link below, because he helps with all different kinds of things, from web hosting to web design to replatforming, social media assistance, and for those of us YouTube creators. So let's get started into the content of today. So what I want to share today is about Lionsgate. And basically this happens every year, and yet it's not always widely known by everybody but some of the circles that you'll always see, the Lionsgate, the gate is open, the portal's open, and you're like, what the heck does that mean? Portals are always open, right? Well, what I found, and honestly it's been around for a lot longer, but I just noticed myself in having some experiences around this time of year. So I guess it's probably anywhere from July 27th to August 8th is when this portal is at its peak, okay? And there's alignment that's happening astrology-wise that has to do with the Sirius, and I'm not going to go into that, but that's basically what's going on. It's called the Lionsgate. And when it opens, it seems to flood in a lot of upgrades and changes, transitions, emotions, and all sorts of things going on. I personally started to notice this way back in about, I don't know, it must have been about 10 years ago, maybe a little less than that. And I started to notice that every year I was either I was processing a lot of either sadness or emotions, or I was getting some kind of upgrade at that time. And it seemed to be every year happening around this time. So I started to really feel that every year it seems like it's a little different with what's going on. So what I wanted to do was hop on here and just give you a little bit of a snippet of what my Magical Dimensions Oracle cards kind of felt about what was coming forth at this time. So what I'll dive in, I didn't really go into any specific type of layout. For those of you guys that are familiar with my Magical Dimensions Oracle cards, and the deck is available on my website, but that deck, I have several different layouts. Sometimes I do those layouts in these readings, but today I was actually just guided to just pull 5 cards and just kind of run through them and in order. So it's not in any particular layout per se, but I was asking and tuning into what do we need to know about the Lionsgate energies, this Lionsgate. And so let's dive into the first card. And the first card that came through was Magical Realms. This is card number 28 in my deck, and underneath the words that you'll see up on screen, if you can't read them, or underneath it's kind of small, is belief, confidence, and co-creative power. So what does this mean? I feel that this is actually talking about our own creative powers, our own beliefs in our own way, each one of us, and what we believe about ourselves to be true, and what we believe at this time is in terms of our own power, our own manifesting power. So in regards to Lionsgate and how this is opening our own abilities, our own scope wider, the portal opening wider of what we believe to be true about ourselves. And, you know, there's a lot of things going on in the world, which obviously I know this is just a mishmash of things happening with everything. But in our own, I want to say consciousness, how do we believe what is true? What do we believe is true? That's really, how do we believe, what do we believe is truth for ourselves? Because there's a lot of different conflicting information coming through, right? We either see it on social media, one person says one thing and is really adamant about it, another person says another thing, which completely opposes what the first person said, and then you're left with like, I have no idea what's going on here. So it's more about, what do you believe? What go inside and what is truth? So it's sort of bringing through that energy of truth within ourselves. It's very important to get clarity on this. And I feel that's what's coming in at this time is we need to be a little bit more clear with who we are and what we believe about ourselves to be true and what we believe what's in the way of our limitations. In other words, what's standing in the way of us limiting ourselves in any way, shape, or form, and keeping us, sort of squashed down. What's in the way here? Okay, yes, there's a world events that are in the way, but internally, we know that our manifestation happens within inside of ourselves, right? So if we are to be in the world, but not of the world, where we're actually, here enmeshed, going through it, struggling. And I know that there's a lot of struggle right now, but we want to believe that there is a higher energy coming forth to help us, to propel us sort of on the other side of the Lionsgate. So imagine it, that momentum building up, moving through the gate where you believe that you can move through the gate, that you can receive upgrades at this time, that you can move forward. Okay, so that's what I feel is going on here, is our belief systems and the confidence that we have in ourselves to move forward. Now, the second card comes up here as attachment, number 2, and this is accumulation, defensiveness, and scarcity. Now, this card is, it's the dragon that is just the one that's like smog, holding on for dear life, right? So this is almost saying, like, if you're picturing yourself wanting to go through the gate, but then you're holding on to the sides of the gate, like, I don't know, I don't think I should let go, because it's, going to propel you into Never Land, which could be a good thing for a lot of us who think Never Land is kind of a cool place to go. But if you're freaked out and scared and you don't want to go through this and you don't want to shift and change, and you may know that some things have to change, but you're kind of resistant to it and holding on, how far is that going to get you into the gateway, right? You're not even going to get through. You're just going to hang on. So it addresses, as the bottom of the card says, accumulation, defensiveness, and scarcity. So this actually could be signifying too with some of you, because obviously this is a general reading. It's not going to be specific for each person, although it will address sort of the overall consciousness of what's going on. That I feel when we go through this process of letting go, believing in ourselves, believing that we can do what we feel we can do, if we just release and let go of what is holding us back and what we're holding on to. And what we hold on to is people. We hold on to situations. We hold on to past ways of being, even our past belief systems that used to be, that we don't even really feel that's in our consciousness anymore, but it's still there somehow. It still remains. We cannot let go of it somehow. Well, the Lionsgate to me always opens up the gateway to release all this stuff that you are holding on to that is holding you back. And so with this, as you can see, this beautiful golden opportunity here that we have. I mean, we are in the golden age, even though a lot of us don't really see how we could be going into the golden age with all the bad stuff that's happening in the world. I tend to look at this as though it is the period of the cleansing that we've all been actually knowing has been going to come forth anyway. No matter how you slice it, it does feel like it's bringing up a lot of things that need to be addressed. So in that way, we know that we can't hold on. We cannot just accumulate and hoard on to everything. Even if we have stuff, we need to actually release and let go of things in our past. And that does have to do with emotions that are holding you back, fears that are holding you back, and, basically any personal thing that you're holding on to or hanging on to that you feel needs to go. Personal items, whatever it might be. Okay, so as we walk through and believe in ourselves, we believe we can do it if we just release and let go of the baggage that's really keeping us. And so that brings us to the Ice Queen. And as this goes forward here, you look at this as though it's like we need to go through this introspective time, this self-analysis and fortitude is the last word. So we're going through this strengthening period of time. Everything that's going on right now in the world, I feel, is actually strengthening us. It's actually building our muscles, building our fortitude, the ability to withstand in the face of adversity. And so we need to hold that part of ourselves, that we can do this, that we have the ability to be strong and to go within and to release what needs to be released so that we can embrace a new self, if you will, a new you that kind of comes forth on the other side of the Lionsgate. Because that's what it's really about, is it's going through a process, and then when you come onto the other end, you're like, whoa, it's like this big relief, right? Well, that's kind of what I feel is happening. We go into this self-analysis where we're just analyzing what's been going on lately. If you look at the world, where have you been in the process here? Where have you been stuck in the process? And where you have been feeling like this process has been driving you, this whole entire world event thing that's happening, which the thing that shall not be named, right? We all know what it is. Where have you been in the consciousness? How has that been driving you? And what is it that you need to release in order to settle into a place of being, feeling, and knowing that you are that co-creative power, that manifester, that being that doesn't hold on to everything, that can release and let go because you know more about yourself, and you've definitely been guided within yourself to know who you are at a higher level. So then we move forward. We're moving, I feel like we're moving on in this momentum here, kind of moving out into the end of the, or the peak, I would say, into the Lionsgate portal, where we move into the heart. And this is the heart portal. So the heart portal is all about receptivity, generosity, but also can be mistrusting. When you're in your misalignment, it is mistrusting. So where you are mistrusting of yourself in this process, and where you also are mistrusting of others. I know right now, I feel like this is something that I feel is related to the Lionsgate portal with the heart, where the heart is all about opening. It's also very interesting this comes up because Leo is all about the heart, right? So that energy of the lion is all the lion heart. And so it's actually moving into that. But what I feel is that this mistrusting comes up where we aren't sure what to trust right now, who to trust, as I said in the beginning. So it feels like there is some movement of transformation or transmutation of that energy of holding on to right and wrong, okay? We feel this is right, this is wrong, and all of that kind of stuff. And then also not sure who to even trust, who's right, who's wrong. It's not really about that, okay? But it's about the energy of accepting all. That's kind of why we're here on this planet, right? Is everybody's got a different opinion, everyone's got a different belief system. It seems like, we're all trying to say, no, that's the right way to go. No, this is the right way to go. No, actually, this is the right way to go, right in here. Sorry if I touched my microphone. This is right in here. That's where we need to be. And that's where ultimately this Lionsgate wants us to be. And so that's what we want to do. We want to be in the heart. We want to open with the heart. And we want to expand ourselves through this gateway, through this time portal, and ultimately end up in the heart space. But at the end of it, we also have isolation, which is telling us we don't want to isolate ourselves, okay? This is loneliness, reconnection, and home. So when we come home to that place in the heart, we don't want to be isolated. We want to be connected with people. We're looking for that connection point, reconnecting again. A lot of us have been on our own for a while here and not reconnected or connected. So we want to reconnect to our family members and to the people that we love and the people that are most important to us. So that reconnection, that heart space, that open space where we go through the portal and feel connected again into our happy space, okay, in that way. And hopefully this has helped you guys a little bit in navigating some of this Lionsgate portal type stuff and the energy we're going through. I know I will be back, obviously, with more content and more information about what's coming forth, all that kind of good stuff. But I just wanted to hop on here and give you a little idea of what I feel is coming to be prepared for going through some processing, okay? So you can find all of my different artwork, my music activation, and all of my sessions that I offer. Lots of different types of sessions. My starseed alignment activation sessions are really popular, as well as my healing shield attunement sessions that are really helping people with, especially right now with what's going on, really helping people to attune with my art series, which is the healing shields, and all the different things that I help people with to build that stronger within themselves. It's really more for empowering you to get through tough times right now. So please go check those out on my session page if you need assistance. I also have my light language audio foundations class, which is available, that also helps people in many different ways. And so I really highly recommend you check that out, because it's got a whole healing experience in that. 2 different versions of my light language chakra clearing in there, as well as tons of content about light language, which most of you guys are very interested in on this channel. But that class is like a class/healing experience. So I really highly recommend that. And again, my Magical Dimensions Oracle deck, which is super popular, super accurate, and very helpful, as well as all of my artwork that is for sale. I've been coming up with a lot of different types of art right now, and I'm getting close to the close or the finishing of my second Oracle deck that is going to be coming out, probably not for a couple of years, but I have to turn in all the content for the editing and for the publisher. So that is coming up. I'm working on that, and this fall I will be turning in the content for that. So I've been working on images, which as I work on them, they're actually also for sale. So go check them out. My gallery has all of the newest stuff that's come out, so that if I did finish something and I haven't gotten to promoting it yet, here it's where you can actually see it and talk about it, then you can always check it out. It's on my gallery page. But I do have many images that I've completed that are on there. So whatever I can do to help you guys right now, though, is really important for me, and for you guys to move through this year as gracefully and swiftly, easily as possible. So I really appreciate all of your assistance with all of your support. I love all of you guys. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this reading. So I'd also like to implore all of you guys that would like to donate anything to help me out with providing content on this channel and to supporting my work. You can go do that on my Patreon site, which is down below in the description area. I really appreciate all of your donations, all of you guys that have donated so far. I will be coming up with some things coming soon, maybe not till next year, about different tiers of different things I'll be offering. As right now, it's just a donation site, and I so appreciate you guys. It helps me to keep going with content, and so that's available for you. And again, I just really love you guys. I want to say thank you for all the people who have supported me now and in the past, and who will support me in the future. It means so much to me. I really, really appreciate all of your support. And with that, I will sign off, as I usually do, sending you off with lots of love from the angelics, the galactics, and the elementals. See you soon. Bye now.